Good morning, children. I hope you all must be healthy and must be helping your parents in your house. Try to help your mom, especially in the kitchen. Let us see, in the last video, we have learnt about the sentence and its types, but only the first type we have learnt. That was simple sentence on the basis of their structure. A sentence could be classified into three types on the basis of their structure. The very first type is simple sentence, and today we are going to start with the second one, compound sentence. I am going to do it slow because this is the new topic for you to understand. Second topic is, or the second type is compound sentence. So along with this, better keep your notebook also along with you. See, this is my notebook. Now you open your notebooks and start writing. The next one is compound sentence. You can even use the separate colors to distinguish. This is simple sentence. Now the second type is compound sentence. Now let's come to the book again. See, second type, compound sentence. Compound sentence contains two or more principal or main clauses. But the way I already explained you, two or more principal main clauses. The main clauses are also known as independent clauses. The clauses which do not require any other part of a sentence to explain the meaning. They are complete in itself. Now in compound sentence, it contains two or more principal or main clauses. There could be two main clauses or there could be more main clauses also, but only the main clauses. In compound sentence, it contains two or more principal clauses are known as main clauses also. There could be more than two even, but there are only the main clauses and they are joined together by a coordinating conjunction. Underline this, coordinating conjunction. And now in your notebook, write down the coordinating conjunction, and this you have to learn by heart because better this is your base. So basic things if you are going to learn now, this is going to really help you to understand better, gradually. So let's start writing the coordinating conjunctions in the notebook so that you can learn. So along with me, come on, better let's start writing. Compound sentences are joined together by coordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunctions. And the coordinating conjunctions like, start writing, but, for, and, nor, or, yet, and the word so. So these are the coordinating conjunctions. Let's underline also so that, and let's repeat. But, come on, speak. But, for, and, nor, or, yet, so. These are the coordinating conjunctions, and better in the compound sentence, the main clauses are joined together by a coordinating conjunction. Very easily you will find out if you are going to learn these coordinating conjunctions that which type of sentence is that. Is it simple, compound, or later on even third type you are going to learn complex sentence. So very easily you will find out if you learn these coordinating conjunctions. Let's repeat again. But, for, and, nor, or, yet, so. So let's come back to the book. See, they have given a very good example, bete. And one more thing, main clauses are also known as independent clauses. Independent means they are not dependent on each other to make the complete sense. They are complete in itself. Like, see, we went to the market. Other part is the shops were closed. They are main clauses, better. They are not dependent on the first part or the later part. They are the main clauses. They are complete in itself. The only thing, they are joined together by coordinating conjunction. And the coordinating conjunction, here they have used but, and I have given you the other coordinating conjunctions which you are going to learn. But, for, and, nor, or, yet, so. So, this any example you can use. The only thing, it's not clear, let me make it. Yeah, we went to the market but the shops were closed. And you have to see that you are going to choose two parts of sentences which should be complete in itself, means main clause, and they should be joined by the coordinating conjunction. So these type of sentences beta are known as compound sentences. Now the next type is complex sentence. Let's first write in the layout diagram so that we remember. The first types, simple sentence, this is on the basis of their structure, the sentence on the basis of their structure. First was simple sentence, second compound sentence. Now the third type, complex sentence. Complex sentence. Again, simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence. We are going to learn something about complex sentence. All the better because you are doing it the very first time. So please keep on repeating the things again and again. And this is going to be very, very easy for you. Don't worry. Because this is the first time you are learning about the main clause, the coordinating conjunction. So don't worry. But please put full efforts and very easily you are going to learn this thing. See now this thing. Complex sentence is made up of one principal or main clause. Again, made up of one principal or main clause and one or more dependent or subordinate clauses. See, the word itself is telling you subordinate, dependent, joined together by subordinating conjunction. Now circle this word, subordinating conjunction. Come on. So let's come back to the definition once again. I'm going to repeat it slow so that this really should you understand. Complex sentence is made up of one principle. Better, one principle here means the independent clause which is not depend on any other part of a sentence to complete its meaning. One principle which is also known as the main clause and one or more dependent or subordinating clauses. One is going to be there. Okay, let's take the example so that you understand. I was punished. It's complete in it. So this is the main clause. One main clause is going to be there and the other part of a sentence which shows incomplete beta, that is joined by the word, the subordinating conjunctions. I'm going to tell you the subordinating conjunctions also. I was punished, main clause, because I was late, subordinating clause. And the conjunction here is because. This is subordinating conjunctions. These type of sentences, the complex type of sentence where one only is the main clause and the rest parts are the dependent clauses which are totally depend on the other part of a sentence. They are joined together by subordinating conjunctions. Now open page 102 of your books. Come on, I'm also going to open along with you. Open page and here you write where this circle you have made subordinating conjunctions, right over there, page 102. So let's come to page 102. Come on. Yes. See beta, and on the top of it, on the top, subordinating conjunctions. Please write down learn. And all these conjunctions, don't worry, when you're going to keep on reading very easily, this is going to come in your mind. All these conjunctions are subordinating conjunctions like see before, after, since, till, because, as, so that, lest. So that means not together, they are going to come in parts in a sentence. If, unless, these are the conditional. Though, although, then. These are the subordinating conjunctions which are used to join the complex sentences. Again beta, I'm going to repeat complex as the word is telling you. Complex sentence is made up of one principal clause, means which is totally independent, and the rest all parts are dependent on them. on it, means the first, or it could be in the last, it could be anywhere, but there is going to be only one main clause and the rest could be dependent, or it's known as subordinating clauses, and they are joined by subordinating conjunction. Now put here this plus sign, because along with this, page 102, I have already told you the conjunctions are mentioned over there, like before, after, since, till, because, so that, lest, if, unless, though, although, than, and you have to add these three words also, where, when, and the relative pronoun who is also used as subordinating conjunction. Who, where, when. Because this is the beginning, so in the beginning some of the clues should be there from where you can understand. So these are the clues, subordinating conjunctions you have to learn. Then gradually when you are going to read the sentence very easily, you will find out which type of sentence is it. But these are the basic things. As I have told you, you have to learn about the coordinating conjunctions the way we have written, and about the subordinating conjunctions I have already told you to learn it from page 102. Plus you have to add these three words also, because in your book, in your exercises, they have given so that you understand where, when, and who could also be used for subordinating conjunction. Who, where, and when. I hope you have understood. Then also don't worry, when you are going to keep on reading, and when we are going to solve the exercises over there, we are going to take one sentence, and very easily better we are going to revise the things again. Now let's come to the exercises. This is simple, this we can do in this part, and in the next part we are going to do the other exercises, the main exercises. Now these are the objective questions. Let's do. A sentence always begins with a capital letter, full stop, small letter. This is very clear, no? This is very easy to do. A sentence always begins with a capital letter. So please underline the word capital letter and put a tick. Second, a simple sentence has only dash subject and one finite verb. This is actually the definition. A simple sentence has only one subject. Very good. Underline one and put a tick in front of it. Third part, a sentence that is made up of one principal clause, keep in mind one principal clause and one or more subordinate clauses is called a, come on, very good, complex sentence. And then also, but if you have any doubt, we are going to repeat again, complex sentence always have only one main clause and the rest all the other subordinating clauses. Always keep in mind. Then fourth one, a sentence that makes a statement is called an assertive sentence, which is only telling. This we have done in the very first part of the video. Assertive sentence, underline, please put a tick, which only states anything that makes any statement. An imperative sentence expresses, a command or request. So please underline a command or request. Now see the next one, sixth one. Interrogative sentences end with, keep in mind interrogative. Yes, the question wala sentences. Come on, interrogative sentences end with, now cut this word and because we have to underline question mark. So end with a question mark. Come on, underline question mark, put a tick. Now seventh, coordinating conjunctions join, keep in mind coordinating conjunctions join clauses of a very nice compound sentence. Underline compound sentence, put a tick, because you know in a simple sentence there is no need of any conjunction. In complex sentence, complex as the word is telling you, we need subordinating conjunction because there we have subordinating clauses. In the compound sentence there are two main clauses, two or more principal or main clauses, and they are always joined with the coordinating conjunction. So this is asked, coordinating conjunctions join clauses of a compound sentence. Underline compound sentence and put a tick in front of it. Okay. Now in the next part, beta, we are going to start this exercise B and then we are going to do exercise C. Okay. God bless you.